I wish I understood systems better. I mean, I can think of systems. For example, this is a system, but what makes it a system? What about, I know, this is a system as well, but I need to find similarities. This is another one, but they're all so different. I need to be able to look at a system and understand the parts, the people, and the interactions. I know I need this. I'm going to have a go at this thinking routine. Okay, so let's get a pen and a piece of paper. And if you like, you can draw some circles or some ovals. Or in the comment section, you'll be able to see this. Or maybe you could even get it from your teacher if they've printed it out. So let's get started. Let's look at a transport system, why don't we? So we go to the station. We walk into the station. Okay, so we're looking for people and parts and how they connect their interactions. So we're into the station, and first of all, you need to get a ticket. So on our sheet, we are going to mark off the people. And we've got the passenger, because that's the person walking into the station. We've just seen that. And where are they going? They're going to get a ticket from the ticket office. So a part is the ticket office. And they're going to use money. And they're going to speak to the ticket booth operator, the person who's going to sell them. So I've got people at the top, parts at the bottom. So they go in. So, hi, how you doing? I'd like a ticket, please. They pay the money. They get the ticket. So the ticket operator and the passenger are the people. The ticket booth is a part. The ticket's also part of it. And we're going to look at the connections. So the passenger gives money. And they give the money to the ticket booth operator. So that's a connection between the passenger, the money, and the ticket booth operator. And then the ticket booth operator works in the ticket office, and the passenger has to go to the ticket office. Let's not forget the ticket. And so the passenger collects the ticket from the ticket office, and the ticket comes from the ticket office, and you need money to buy the ticket. So what happens next? Beep! You scan your card, the gate opens, and you walk through. So I wonder, any parts, any people there? What was the thing they beeped? The ticket. The ticket booth operator gives them the ticket. Let's not forget that. If you forget any connections, you can go back and add them. Same with parts or people. So where did we just go through? We went through the gate. And is the gate a person or a part? It's a part. It's not living. So let's make that connection. And I'm using different colour pens for my connections, because as you can see, there are so many connections, it can get a little bit confusing. So you need the ticket to go through the gate, and the passenger actually is the person going through the gate. So there's another connection between the passenger and the gate. And we've already made a connection between the ticket. Gosh, so many connections. What happens now? So we go up the escalator to the platform, and here comes the train. Are there any parts or people in the train? How did the train get here? And is the train itself a part or a person? Is the train alive? And there's a passenger already on the train. There are more passengers. Maybe we could add another person there. So I've just seen the train coming. The train is a big part, and it's made of other parts. And the driver is driving the train. And so the train and the money, that's not really connected, is it? But the driver and the train is definitely connected. Now let's see if the driver and the train are connected to anything else. The passenger goes on the train, and the driver drives the passenger. So let's make those connections. Driver takes the passenger to their destination, and the passenger is about to get on the train. So there's another connection. Passenger sits on the train in order to get to their destination. And we can keep on going. And if you've used this piece of paper, you might realise that you run out of space or you run out of circles. That doesn't matter. Just draw some more. Now, is this person part of the system? An engineer. What do? They fix the track. That must be really important. So I'm going to put engineer, because that's a person and they're part of our system. And I've got no room in parts, so let's make another circle and put in track there and connect the engineer and the track. because the engineer looks after the track, and the train goes on the track, so that's another connection, because the train follows the track, and the engineer maintains the track. Wonder if there are any other connections that I could add. We're going to keep going to see how many connections we can find. Don't worry if it's a bit scruffy, just keep on making those connections. Now I've used parts, people and interactions, I've got it! That's it! It's the connections that make a system, and a system has the same purpose, and all the parts and the people are connected. I understand now. Can you have a look at a different system? Maybe a refuge system, or a different transport system? It's up to you. Now that you've finished your parts, people and interactions, have a think. What happens if you take a part away? Would it change the system? Would it stay the same? And what happens if you take a person away? And what happens if you take a different person away? Does the same thing happen? So have a think. If you change things in your system, would they break or would they adapt?